Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome to my evil playthrough of Eador Genesis New Horizons, December 2022 edition, where Klavicus will destroy all life. And we've done it. We have made it back to the Astral. Not by stepping back to the Astral, but by conquering another shard. And even though I've conquered now 31 shards, my home shard is still the same size as it's always been. I don't know whether this is some sort of space-time warping effect where everything is relative and the shard is always relatively this size. I'm not entirely certain of the quantum mechanics involved in Eador Genesis, but nevertheless, here we are in the Astral now. I didn't speak to people at the end of my last episode, so let's go. I reckon that people won't really have anything to say to me. Herskell, I found some of your stuff, Herskell, last shard. Let's have a chat. Never mind. He had nothing to say to me. Oh, Duggan. This information is too important to be shared for free, but I'm ready. Alright, I didn't even look at what I clicked on. Let's actually pay attention to what I'm doing. So I did find a part, didn't I? In fact, I think I've got 2 parts, unless I've given them away. Okay, I have a few questions. What would I like to know? Now, have I not already asked this? I'm not entirely certain. Let's have a look. Tell me about Lanshar's secret weakness. This information is too important to be shared for free. Alright, I find a part. I'll give him a part, but I'll find out. I don't really want to know about Lanshar's weakness, as Lanshar is, of course, my friend. And we are taking over... Well, we are destroying life together. So tell me, how can I take advantage of Belef's thirst for power? This information is too important to be shared for free, but I'm ready to let you in on this secret in exchange for a part. Alright, let's give him a part. Just think about it. Beleth is blinded by his lust for power. He only sees what he wants to see. That can be easily exploited. Pretend that you're on his side, appease him with a small pittance, and then Beleth will attack whoever you accuse of plotting against him like a watchdog. However, Belef is not a coward, so it would be wise not to reveal the true strength of his dun-dun foe. Okay. Well, I'm not entirely certain that was worth a part. I think he basically told me, suck up a little bit to Beleth and tell him to attack somebody who's much stronger than him, and he'll commit suicide by attacking. I don't know. Wait, I have another question. I do have 2 parts. I thought I had 2 parts. Let's find out about Lanshar's. See, Lanshar became master by performing a ritual that turned him into a lich. I believe he is now the only one who thoroughly knows the intricacies of the rite. He put in a lot of effort by sending emissaries to destroy or distort information about him in Eador. That's why none of those wishing to repeat the ritual ever succeed. They all remain on a physical plane. A lich is immortal, like any other astral master, but it has a vulnerability. The phylactery containing his mortal soul. If this vessel is destroyed, Lanshar will turn into a heap of ashes. Well, I don't think that finding the phylactery would be easier than besieging his castle. Believe me, it would be much easier. Such a phylactery can only be hidden in one place, the world of death. Each altar of death is a portal to that world. However, the world of death is rather large, and not every altar will take you to the phylactery you're searching for. You don't have to be too smart to realize that the altar you need is located on Lanshar's world. So instead of trying to destroy the Lich's castle, it would be much easier to search a few altars in his world. Certainly, at least one of them will take you where you need to go. Alright, this argument will come in handy when negotiating with Lanshar. Okay, so they're saying that to destroy Lanshar, if I attack him, not to siege up his castle per se, but to search altars of death on his world for the phylactery that contains his immortal soul and destroy the phylactery, thereby killing Lanshar, the immortal lich. And that's kind of a oxymoron, isn't it? Killing an immortal? I don't understand. How can you kill an immortal? Wait, I have another question. Tell me, how can I kill an immortal? And so I assume that if I attack Beleth, there will be someone else on his world even stronger than he is, which would kind of make sense, because Beleth is nothing but a sycophant, and he needs someone to sycophant up to. Is there like I've got to Google this actually. Is there like a verb sycophant? So sycophant's a noun, but what's the verb? What is the verb for sycophant? Word hippo. Tell me. Sycophantize. So he needs somebody to sycophantize with. How about it? I like it. Alright, cool. So I predicted that people wouldn't talk to me, but I was wrong. And my statistics is flashing at me. Is this... Why is it flashing at me? Because I've got... So Lanshar's death. Oh, Duggan says it's destroy Lanshar and to find and break a certain amphor containing the soul of Lich. He said phylactery, but to find this vessel I need to enter the world. Yeah, okay. Search for the keys of truth. The 7th key. Why hasn't he given me one for Beleth? Lord of the Universe. There we go. Lord of the Universe. That's me. Although I should totally have gotten a bloody cartographer one last time. Maybe I need to go back and have a look. But that would take time out of actual playtime. Alright, Dario. Hatred. I have a few questions. I have no intention of answering your questions. You're not worthy. Alright, farewell. Really? Stenria, contempt. Ah, it's you, Clavicus. What have you come for? I have a few questions. So what would you like to know? Nothing. Psych. Clavicus, I can't talk to myself. That's... Even though that is a little bit ironic, as all I've been doing all campaign, it seems, is talking to myself. Lanshar. I have several questions. And I psyched you too. Let's talk. We'll talk later. I didn't even say let's talk. Vianta. Oh, that's you, monster Clavicus. Oh, yes. Big deal. I can do whatever I want to my subjects. Yeah. Beleth. Ah, it's you, Clavicus. What a lucky meeting. What can I do for you? I have questions for you, Beleth. Never mind. So I can't even talk to him about sicking him onto somebody who's more powerful than him. And stupid bloody Eador. I found some of your stuff too, Eador. Why are you leaving your stuff knocking around? How could you have destroyed all the living beings on your world? What you did is utterly horrible and disgusting, Clavicus. You must be crazy. Alright, so people didn't really want to talk to me. What about Tsar? How about getting some more crystals or whatever? Gems? Go right ahead. Do not use a respectable client. I just want a client who's going to give me as many crystals as possible. Anyway, so there we go. As predicted, people didn't really have too much to say, but I did predict that no one would have anything to say to me, and I was wrong. I was proven wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. So it seems like there are 3 shards for me to choose between. We have Dark Dan, the Large Seas shard, 13 energy. Energy, yes, not crystals. That's Zara's giving me energy. How much energy am I making? Plus 245. That's actually quite a bit. Maybe it's just been a while since I played. I wasn't aware that it was so much. Alright, School of High Magic. Monstrologist Guild. Allows me to get witches or something. Allows me to get mantles, hydras, and phoenixes and ericubas. I like it. An artifact market. Allows heroes to purchase simple magic items. Allows hiring the Gargoyles Guard. Reduces gem income. We've got the upgraded Tower of Necromancy. Allows the creation of Draco Liches and gives me more spells. And I like it, and I get a Plague Shooter in my garrison. So, yeah, not so bad. We have Gorturge, the large seas shard. So the upgraded nature one allows me to perform the ritual of Heavenly Guard. Allows summoning behemoths using soul stones. I can get summoned dire bears. I do really like the nature guild. Traveling circus, so that will synergize well with my arenas. And the Tower of Hypnosis and gem income. Okay, so there's seas, that's seas. And then we have Cellars, the large forest shard. So 27 freaking energy. So from an energy point of view, Cellars is definitely looking the way to go. They're all large shards, so Clavicus does not have a rule for this. He can go. I can go to any. He can go to any of them. I don't know where. Like, should I speak about myself in first person or third person? Because I've been playing this so disjointedly, I don't remember which ones appeared first. I have a feeling, like I kind of recognise the names Gorturge and Dark Dan. I don't recognise the name Cellars. So I'm assuming that this one appeared after these two. So from a rough assumption, maybe that one's a harder shard. What do we get? Master Builder Guild. Getting the Ogre's Mask in the treasury is not so bad. Getting more gold income. Getting Gang Leader in the garrison, not so bad. Temple of Peace. I want a Temple of fucking War. And an Oracle is increase the chance of good events and reduce the chance of bad events. So they're all pretty good, to be honest. These are sort of more, kind of like economic sort of buildings that would be useful. These ones here, I think I'm going to get, more of a direct effect out of. So I've got 4. I mean, I don't really care about the Plague Shooter. Maybe I could, maybe I should, up, get a Plague Shooter and keep them and upgrade them, and maybe they'll be super good. I do like the thought of getting an increased Tower Necromancy, because I do often go down Necromancy route. I do like the idea of the Monstrologist Guild to get some good freaking units if I find their eggs. And the School of High Magic. I very often go down the... my mouse is jumping around. I'm trying to leave it on there. There we go. And when I let go of it, I do often go down, just like the Tower of Magic or whatever. So I could see myself getting quite a bit of use out of those ones. What's the word I'm trying to think of? Conversely, I would very rarely get use out of the Tower of Hypnosis, because I don't really go down this route very much. However, Blooming Lane and traveling circus I'd get a lot of use from. Having evaluated everything, I think I'm going to go to Dark Down. Really, the only thing that makes me think maybe I shouldn't do that is really that energy income differential. You know, like there's twice as much on sellers. But you know, my gut kind of says that this one appeared first. It's got more usable buildings for me. So I reckon we're going to go down Dark Down. Now, I'm going to try and do different heroes again this time. So, you know, like I really like my Paladin, like when I'm, you know, just one-man armying a Paladin, and like they just get so strong. You know, and especially, you know, I can destroy those Chaos Gates with them quite easily. But to do it every single shard, let's do something different. So I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a Dark Knight, you know, magic and mage. Maybe even because I think I've done two of them. I think I've only done one magic and mage, warrior and mage, or warrior and wizard. I think I've only done one scout and warrior. I think is that the assassin or whatever, like getting poison and stuff. So maybe I wouldn't mind going down that sort of route as well. But I think I got like a lot of items and spells last time, like last shard. That would have been super good if I had a Dark Knight, but I didn't have a Dark Knight. But anyway, so that's got to be the thing. I want to try and do things a little bit different again. You know, try and keep some variety in all of this. Alright, so making 245-ish. Let us attack Dark Down. So a Siege Shard. I think a Siege Shard, you know, like probably all heroes are sort of equi-good. If I can say equi-good, is that even... And I'm not leaning towards one hero or the other. What did I start with last time? I started with... I started with the wizard. With that with the fire one. That's right. And the fire one did turn out to be super useful in the end, as much as I ragged on it. But so maybe I won't start wizard. I'm thinking maybe I'll start a warrior start, and I'll go down the Black Knight route. So if I do that, he won't be a one-man army, even though, well, I probably will be a one-man army in the end, wouldn't he? Maybe I could go like the commander warrior. I don't even know what they're called. It's just that's just such a juxtaposition. But yeah, I'm thinking, you know, if I go warrior, I don't know. So if I'm thinking we'll go warrior. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Let's get some gold income. And 1 gem income. We'll just go gold if I'm not going to start off with. Let's just go 34 gold income. And should I take one of these dudes? Is this a plague shooter? So I've already got a plague shooter in my army. Or in my starting thing, in my starting roster if I wanted. I do like the beaters, but at a cost of 120, I don't really know if it's worthwhile. I could take the silver weapons. Like, if I started off with a warrior with silver weapons, maybe I could take silver weapons and then even drop off the gold income a bit, because the silver weapons would just make me so powerful a bit against evil stuff. You know, theoretically, you'd think that my war economy would be much better off, so maybe I wouldn't need such high passive income. Doing that will cost about the same as taking the fire one. The thing is, so I thought people were wandering around my house, but they're not. The thing is, sometimes when you go warrior start, the warrior starts off with an epic weapon already. And I would hate to go grab the silver weapons or something and like kind of kill my energy reserves, and then get a warrior with a sick weapon already, and it's just like, oh well, I've totally wasted that. But sometimes, I guess, sometimes we just got to do what we got to do, hey? So if I did that, that would be half of my fucking energy. If I did this, you know, it's a bit more than what I'm actually making. It's always so difficult. Like, you want to try and make the right decisions. But to be fair, I haven't started with silver weapons yet. This game, I don't think. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. I won't start with anything. But I will smash up the gold income. And yeah, let's just do this. Let's just do this. Yeah. And not take anything here. Although I do like the pack warriors. Because at 40, at only 40, they're so powerful. Nah, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll just do this. This is what I'm going to do. Let's attack. Whew, decisions. Okay, so that's 23.5 minutes of me deciding what I'm going to do. So, I do apologise. I'm just going to have a little sip of my what is it? Apple and blackcurrant cordial. And so straight away we find ourselves with a bunch of hills, and so hills are good for warriors because they add defense. They're also good for archers or scouts or whatever as well. But no, let's do it. It will go hire or resurrect hero. We'll go the warrior. Let's hope he comes out with a good weapon. We have Daros the warrior, and he's got a fucking hand axe and a buckler. What a piece of shit. And athletics. He's an athletic warrior. Okay, we'll move the militiaman over. We'll get rid of the slinger. And this time I'm going to go evil troops. Let's have a look. What? He's got regeneration already, actually, so that's kind of cool. That's his. He's a regenerating warrior, Daros. Daros, is that the same name as the warrior I had? I think it's the same fucking name as last time. Alright, let's have a look at our surroundings. Barbarians, free settlement, orcs, barbarians, halfling, free settlement. So 2 free settlements, 2 barbarians, halflings, and orcs. Okay. And we've got a few things here. Okay, well. We will, of course, plunder the province to begin with, and we will build the tavern. We're going to go barbarians, because that's just what you do, right? And we'll end turn. We'll continue plundering, and we will build barbarian camp. Now, I probably do want to get fatigues on him. But also definitely want to get a healer as well. So I'm thinking like a few things ahead. I'm trying to decide, you know, like should I go attack something now already? Oh, it would have been good if I had silver weapons. Maybe I'm going to regret not grabbing my silver weapons. We'll plunder once more. We'll build a library. And we will, of course, learn fatigues. Fatigue. Fatigue. And we will hire... Ooh. Now, is the veteran spearman even worth hiring? So there's a few things that's running through my head here, you know, like, if you start off with, say, a commander, and then you start just hiring all of the mercenaries, you can really cripple your economy because you can hire so many of the cunts. At least with the warrior, you don't really have, you don't have the option to hire so many, and you know, a good mercenary can make all the difference. Is a veteran spearman a good mercenary? I think that's highly debatable. I'd probably rather a berserker or something like that. So that we'll go barb, barb, barb. And we'll look at attacking something. So this free settlement's 11 and 1. This one's 6 and 0. And this free settlement also has some... Ooh, I think that's iron, and these ones must be mithril. So we'll charge off here, I reckon. Let's end turn. Okay, brilliant. And I've got to remember that I'm not going to be as strong as I think I am. I'm not going to be a one-man army. So I should probably not act as such. Fatigue this dude as well, being the next strongest dude. Oh, he's gone Burko. They were ranged defense 2, my ranged attack of 5. Well, I can do a whole 3 damage to them, but it's still free damage. Man, my stamina is like so shit. Go like this. He's gonna peg something at me, isn't he? He's got a good ranged attack. Let's just do this. I want to try and get some of my stamina back. I won't move here because then this will open him up to attack, so I'll just smack him like that. He's out of stamina, so I can ignore him for now. And in fact, this guy's raging and this guy's not, so he's going to do more damage. So I should probably, let's just attack like that. This guy can come down and attack like that. We can come down and smack like that. And we'll just do that. Alright, so we've taken over Smoky Foothills. And our economy is doing really fucking well. So we've got 4 lords again. And let's have a look. Where are we in the scheme of things? We're kind of in the middle, slightly to the top of the map. Okay. Something that I noticed, like, if you remember a while ago, like when I said my computer was dead and I was playing the new one on, like playing the new version of this on my laptop. I started off with a scout and a diplomacy scout, and I was playing on Overlord as well, which, you know, the like enemies and stuff are just so much stronger. Like, we've got way more hit points and things like that. So expansion of that takes way longer. But I tell you, starting off with diplomacy scout and just going along and like bribing people, and they've increased the amount of gold that you get from plunder, I think, in the newer version, making plunder like a little bit, you know, more usable. And I could just go along and like I had like maybe 3 or 4 sort of human settlements in a row, like leading out from my settlement, from like my main settlement, and I could just go bribe, like pay half the price because I was diplomatic, and then plunder them and then move on and bribe and do the same thing, and I just got like so many provinces so quickly using diplomacy. It was actually like really cool. I'm saying this now because I just saw this and I was like, oh, if I had diplomacy, I could, you know, and I could just walk there and take this one anyway, to be fair, and maybe that's worth it, eh? I could just pay them the 420 or something that they're going to ask, but that will get me iron straight away. It will be a level 2 province, and it will have a guard there already. It's not a bad idea, rather than having to like fight your way to it. Now, you know, clearly if I had diplomacy, maybe that would be better. But I'm thinking, let's do it, eh? Let's do it. Unless we've got some orcs. I'll just move there, and I will bribe them And I'll build an altar on the way to the Crystal Power to get a quest. Oh, and then the forge will come down in price, and then yes, let's do it. So now we've got altar, and we'll move on here. Negotiate. So yeah, 9 of the cunts, right? Negotiate. 360 gold. I may as well pay. Here's your gold. So I mean, technically that is the good way of doing things, and I'm playing evil, but you know, I've got plenty of chances to sacrifice these people and you know, do all sorts of horrible things to them anyway. But now I've got early iron. So now you look at the forge, 50. It was only 56. I guess resources don't cost that much at the beginning of the game, but yeah, I think that's probably worth it. Hey. Unfortunately, there's not another one, because if there was like another human thing here, you know, I could plunder and then just move on and take that as well. So I think I'm really appreciating, you know, not necessarily always fighting your way to get these ones. Okay, having said all that, let's plunder. And we'll go show booth. Now, I do want to get the Crystal of Power at some point, but I'm not right next to it. And I don't think it'll be worth it at this point in time using the ritual. So, you know, I'll use the show booth because that's going to give me an extra gold a turn. Whereas if I build the Crystal Power, it'll just be kind of wasted because I can't use it until I get back here now. So that just talking through my reasoning of like why I am doing what I'm doing. So we're going to show booth. And we'll end turn. Now we'll wait for new orders. We'll go gaming house. Let's go gaming house. I could plunder them again. It's not necessarily such a bad idea. Plunder is definitely very strong. Especially like when you've got damaged guys, like, because you don't want to be fighting with them anyway. Yeah, let's plunder it again. End turn. 48. Fuck. Alright, we'll wait for new orders. Deputy of Smoky Foothills Province has told me that locusts have turned up in the lands. God damn it. Well, I'm definitely not ordering poison, because that's like all of my fucking crystals. I'm not going to buy a flock of birds, because they're just going to destroy things. It's going to cost me like about 150 anyway. Now, if I execute the deputy, that then allows me to allow them to just do it themselves. I'm not sure what pisses people off more, whether it's executing the deputy or forcing the local population to catch locusts. Let's just force the local population to catch the locusts. The subjects in the province of Smoky Foothills start to catch and kill the locusts, but there are too many insects and they are still destroying the crops. Deal with this yourselves from now on. The locusts have destroyed the whole harvest in the province. There you go. It cost me 157. What a pity. And they are fucking furious at me. Fuck. At least they're only a hamlet. But I'm not going to plunder them anymore. Okay, we've got some real mood problems already. Okay, wait. I had kind of forgotten I can go. Oh wait, I can't. I can't get the in because I need the granary. Yes, yes, yes. Right, look, we'll build a granary. Or is that what I want to do? I'm going to move 1, 2. We'll go sanctuary. And we'll start moving back. I'll build the crystal power. And yeah, see, this would cost so much in my crystals, so we'll just move back. Alright. We'll just drop these dudes off to get healed. We'll go to the crystal power. And we'll build granary. We'll end turn. So it kind of feels like it's a bit of a slow start, but I do have 2 provinces already, so it's not so bad. Choose a quest of low difficulty. Need to kill 9 shaman. Alright, I'll be back soon, so we'll get the shaman from the barbarians, of course, and Sabbath has got shaman. Battle mages probably got some shaman. So they're definitely around. Yeah. Alright, cool. So we'll grab these dudes back. We'll learn spells. Making 9 a turn, which is not bad for gemses. Go cure wounds, I guess. Although dash can be super useful as well. To close gaps and kill things, you know, and get 2 attacks off. And as we'll take 2 cure wounds and a dash. Alright, let's move on this free settlement. Let's build an inn. That'll allow me to build a pub. We'll end turn. Okay, let's attack. Now I should probably start thinking about building a forge, and I should also sort of head towards mines because I've got so many hills and things. I kind of wish that I had. Let's just wait. It's a standoff. What's his range? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it. So I was wondering if I could like just get him to like waste all of his ammo and say a dude in the forest, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I can. Okay. It's like that, is it? Let's do that. He's gonna peg at me. Woo, boy. I kind of want to get my dude involved as well. So he's essentially kind of out of it. Now, it does 9 damage. It wouldn't kill this dude, but I could dash him up. At least hit this guy. But then I wouldn't be able to heal this dude. I reckon we just do something like this. And he attacks with what, an 11. Is that enough to kill this dude? No. And then I could get hit by both of these. So that would be 6, 11. I'll do 8 healing. That would get him on 13. Okay, so he'll die. If I heal, I'm just like, if I heal this dude and then attack, this guy's still gonna die. If I back off, is he gonna die anyway? Don't know, we'll back off. And we'll heal this guy. Oh, and I could walk down here so that we can block them off, which will be not so bad. I don't need to, I think. Just do that. Oh no. Oh! So 1 hit point. Now in here, he's out of range. So that's cool. Definitely doing a lot of damage to me. So I had to really think that one through to keep all my guys alive. That's for certain. Alright, so an early blacksmithing is super useful from an economy point of view, to be honest. Is it what I want to do? So yeah, let's do it. We'll go blacksmithing. And we'll go hit points. Increases counter attack by 4 and grants damage weapon by 2. Let's reward it. And we'll go battle frenzy. And hit points. Alright. The furious hamlet of Smoky Foothills. Alright, I really want to get a command so I can get a healer into this army. Anyways, what do we have around? Giant stairway. Okay, so we've got a free settlement here. We've got a couple of free settlements. I'm thinking I plunder, and I hope that I plunder enough to then be able to move on them and just pay them some money. If we take the cost of this one, that was 360. I think. Yeah, like, it'll pay for itself, right? So let's we'll plunder. And we'll still build the pub. Alright, let's end turn. Yeah, see, like the plunder was doing much more in the later versions. Let's wait for new orders. 249, but I need 360. Now I could Chalice of Life, but I don't know how useful that would be. I really need to heal my guys. Alright, so I get 60 and 60. Well, we'll do it. We'll Chalice of Life to make them look a lot more respectable. We'll drop down a pub. And we'll explore the province. It's end turn. I'm just trying to get money to then be able to bribe these people again. Continue exploring. Oh, it's you, worthless barbarian. You defiler of the shrines of nature. You're the last master I wanted to meet on this shard. Fuck. So we've met Vianta already. Now, how the fudge did this happen? How have they gotten this? How have they gotten this place, but there's no hero there? How does that occur? That doesn't make any sense. Because that doesn't make any sense. There should be a hero there. It'll still take me 2 turns. If I don't plunder, it'll still take me 2 turns before I can come along and like pay off one of these things. And it'll be this one because it's got 18 gold income. But I don't really want to piss my people off too much. I could come back here and I could fight the rebels. And that would give me some money. But then I'd have to move back to... It was 360, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was 360 that I paid. Let's explore. Let's do it. Do anything slightly differently. Oh, I've got 360. Alright, we'll move on fertile lands. I will end turn. Negotiate. 420. What? Damn it, some other time. Now we're 420. Okay, now we'll move on it. End turn. At 420, you know, like 20 turns, or just over 20 turns, this base will pay for itself. So it might seem like it's a bit of a slower start, but it should catch up pretty quick. Let's negotiate. Here's your gold. And also, you've also got, you know, not a dreadful guard there, but, you know, it's a better guard that I can get because I can't actually put a guard down anywhere. Maybe I can put one adventurers, hey? But okay. Now we'll plunder here. More free settlements. But maybe I should wait. Maybe I should get a scout to keep doing this. But I will plunder the province. And we will build... So let's go forge. $110, that's what we're talking about. Now I could potentially plunder again, but are they going to want 4? So if I plunder again, I could potentially pay this one off next turn, and then I'll have another province. That would, if it costs 360, pay for itself in 36 turns. I'm making 86 anyway, so that would be 320 odd. Let's plunder again. End turn. You know, you pay off the province and then you just plunder the money back out of it. Oh, that's a very evil of me. 117, I like it. Wait for new orders. Meeting, greeting. Okay, so I don't like this. These dudes seem to be going absolutely burko. But this is why you got to expand quick, right? We'll jump on that and hope that he doesn't do that. Now I've got 442, so I want 420, so I can't really afford to build anything. Not even a pub here, because that would take me just under. So we'll do that, we'll end turn. Negotiate. Might as well pay. Here's your gold. Alright. Alright. Now I can plunder again. And we'll build a pub. And we'll go to the workshop, I guess. In turn. Now I need to start actually killing some stuff, I think. I always get very scared when I sort of have this kind of a start. Well, and there's this dude here as well. Oh, Klavicus, when will you realize that it's senseless to fight with me? You know it yourself that you could never find a worthier overlord of Eador than I. Greetings, Klavicus. I intend to add this shard to my empire. However, if you defeat me in fair battle, I'll accept your claim to the possession of these lands. How very noble of you. So, holy fuck. So everybody is around. He's even up to like one within my capital. Holy fuck. How am I meant to like stand any chance at all on this frickin' shard? I ask you. Alright, so that scares me a bit. I should probably put down some adventurers to at least defend my capital, but I had wanted to put the adventurers here. We'll go Foundry, as that will get me more income, passive income, than say the pottery for cheaper. I wonder whether I could take on some barbs. If it was only like 2 barbs and a shaman or something like that, I might be able to do it. But I don't know, these guys are just like, they're going Burko, hey. Oh, I'm so scared. Anyways, yes, I'm very, 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 very scared. While my economy is quite good, my hero sucks. I'm surrounded by all of my competitors, and I have a feeling I may not last long, and I might be heading for defeat. But this is where I'm going to end this episode. This has been Shard 32, Episode 1 of my evil playthrough of Eador Genesis New Horizons December 2022 edition, where I'm going to destroy a life. Holy fuck, or I'm going to get destroyed myself. Let's find out. See you next time.